Yeah, so this is me putting in diesel in my vehicle, in my truck, right? And my truck was, I already had half tank, right? So you see now I can take $170 to fill it, and it was at half tank. It was already at half tank. So I gotta put now like $300 be. If my needle right down to the E, you can take $300 to fill my truck with diesel. You understand? So if I want to keep my diesel bill low, I gotta make sure at the dash before the E, that would carry me like 220, 230. You see? So before the war, I was paying like $200 in my truck for diesel. So now after the war, during this war, with everything going up, food going up, there's a short supply in demand, as you saw in the previous video, right? Medicine, yeah, medicine too, boy. Let me see if I can find that. I don't know if I don't think I got rid of it. Yeah, there's a short supply of medicine too. Here, fever medication in short supply, just as people start suffering. See? Companies providing medications for millions of people face unprecedented pressure. See? The NHS is facing shortages of blood pressure pain pills, painkillers, hay fever tablets, and antidepressants as drug producers are hit by supply problems. See? Because like I said, if for argument's sake, if it took a business $10,000 to bring a container from the supplier, now that is like 30%, they gonna look now to pay $30,000, and they gonna pass on that price to consumers to try to maintain their profits. But consumers are already feeling it. You see, they're already feeling it, me. You see. So yeah, all these things in short supply. 2/3 of pharmacists have already said they face daily supply issues, according to the I Papier site. Um, as a result, millions of people could be forced to spend another lockdown indoors this summer. A spokesperson for Boost stressed there are a very small number of lines that are currently out of stock due to an industry-wide shortage of the active ingredient chlorophenamine maleate. However, we are expecting this to be resolved soon, and new deliveries are expected in the coming weeks, they said. Right? So, there's shortage in medication supplies, hardware supplies, car part supplies, diesel going up, food going up. Um, a lot of things going up, man. So let me get preset here. That's in the book of Matthew 24. Matthew 24. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And as you should know, the situation over there, Russia, Ukraine, is still ongoing. Can't forget Kim Jong-un tested the missile yesterday and the day before, as well as India, all these other countries be. So, see that ye be not troubled. Who the Lord speaking to? His men, his disciples. Don't be worried or troubled by these things. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, food shortages, boy. I think it was a truck carrying no, it's a train carrying, what was it carrying, boy? Salakia, man. It was carrying something. Yeah, it was carrying these trains here. It was carrying fertilizer. As you can see, this situation here, all of them derailed me. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. So we go back to the preset. St. Matthew 24. St. Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, the monkeypox, and other diseases out there, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So we just in the beginning stages, boy. Right? We just in the beginning stages, right? 2 Kings 6:25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it, until the ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. Yes, right? So Esau surrounded us, he cut off the food supply. Hence now the prices can go up. Why? Because everything limited. Right? So this is what was on the cards, boy. This is what was on the cards. Right? Unable to fill our orders. In some instances, we may get 60, sometimes 70% of what we order. So there's definitely a challenge, that we are facing as it relates to the pandemic. Things are getting better in some areas, but those challenges do so that just increasing freight costs, as they said. Yeah, boy. That's right. So, how much longer these companies can bread our costs? Some may have to shut doors, boy. Get a last preset. But yeah, boy. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, where the evil days come not, or the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Where the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, as your senators, your politicians, etc. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, meaning work. See? Yeah. Meaning work. And the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. No more future, boy. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah, boy. So this thing coming, right? The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers, boy. That's Isaiah 36. Right? This is so like him, man. Yeah, good. His the one that said, and there shall be no more war for Egypt, lest the head or tail. Let me see. Isaiah 19 and 15. Neither shall there be any war for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. So from your top CEOs all the way down to the gardener, right? So that's where you see the elites can escape, and they can go to the underground bunkers, etc. Isaiah 36 verse 6. Lord, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him. Because the Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Their rulership is broken. Their kingdom is falling. You understand? So yeah, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, HaKodash. And double honor to my teachers, the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Yakim worldwide that are sincere and serious doing the will of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, HaKodash. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 1 and 2 to you all. It just means that our salvation is near. Shalom.
Suppliers who are unable to fill our orders. In some instances, we may get, like 60, sometimes 70% of what we order. So there's definitely a challenge, that we are facing as it relates to the pandemic. Things are getting better in some areas, but those challenges do still exist. Increasing freight costs, as they said. Also, the increase of, the job. Especially, we've seen a significant increase in those over the last few months, and I'm sure the end is not in sight. The war is up.
Yeah, this is taking all the time, but basically, there's a shortage of car parts, there's a shortage of lumber, hardware supplies.
Ongoing, there are going to be challenges that we will probably face for a long time.
And the feelings were the same.
Yeah, and I don't want to say food yet, but there's a shortage of supplies because of the quote-unquote pandemic. The supply chain.
Percy King's Auto Parts, General Manager Percy King, says the increasing cost is something Barbadians will have to live with. You can't get around it.
Yeah, a lot of things going up. Price of energy going up. Food going up.
Is it possible you're going to live in such a way? We are an exception.
The price of car parts going up. Everything going up. Everything going up. My diesel bill going up. My diesel bill was once $200. Now to fill it is $270. Yeah, $270, near $300. If I need it right down to the E, you can take $300 to fill it. You understand? Before it was $200.
Small cars in exceptionally big lead, right? When we walk up, make a difference. Our requirements is minuscule, right? So these are big part of the cars we could.
Yeah, so a lot of things going up in this island. And a lot of...
You don't worry here,
And the Federal Motor Speeders Managing Director Gordon Aline says the events taking place across the world.
Yeah. So everything going up. A lot of consumers like myself can feel it.
Will have an effect on the developing world, and the Barbadians will have to make adjustments.
Most commercial businesses are being affected. And it is affected first of all by many people have been out of work around two. A lot of the shipping lines have increased the cost of shipments. Containers before that used to cost a certain amount of money has gone up by nearly 30% in importation. Plus, the suppliers of the vehicle parts have also increased their prices.
Shipping lines have pushed up their prices, and so too have manufacturers, leading Mr. Ali to conclude that Barbados is now between a rock and a hard place. Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.
As Barbadians continue to feel the pinch of rising prices at the cash register and at the gas pump, we've been hearing that the situation is the same in many countries across the region. St. Lucia, in particular, has been grappling with an increased cost of living. I spoke with St. Lucian journalist Jacques Wood today. Just 100 miles from Barbados, a short 35-minute flight away is St. Lucia. It's known for its famous Piton Mountains, sulfur springs, and breathtaking views. However, it's also saddled with a burden of rising prices. Journalist Jacques Wooden tells me the population of just under 200,000 people is having serious supermarket issues.
Much like the rest of the region, we in St. Lucia are certainly seeing the effects of the war in Ukraine on shelves. It is becoming very often that you find supermarkets are barely stocked, while the products that you can find have had noticeable increases in price, several dollars in some cases.
Ms. Wooding says just last month, leading supermarket chain Massey Stores told St. Lucians they had been absorbing most and in some cases all of the price increases they encountered since 2020.
However, noting a worsening situation on the global market, Massey said that moving forward it would no longer be able to absorb very much of the supply of price increases because this was threatening to seriously affect the viability of the business. Massey Stores has singled out the war in Ukraine as a factor which has exacerbated an already difficult situation because both countries involved, that is Russia and Ukraine, are major.
Ms. Wooden said that for the first time in several years, gas prices have risen to over $15 EC per gallon.
Following the most recent update on gas prices released on May 23rd, 1 gallon of gasoline will run you $15.95, kerosene $16.98, and diesel $16.58 per gallon. As for cooking gas, a 20-pound cylinder, which would have cost you $35.46 in late February, will now require consumers to dish out $43.84, and a 100-pound cylinder, which had cost $257.95 in February, now costs nearly $100 more.
The St. Lucian government says it is seeking a sustainable means of decreasing the high cost of living.
Though it is very unlikely that St. Lucians will see a decrease in VAT anytime soon, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre announced this week the decision to remove the service charge of 6% on all price-controlled goods.
Like Barbadians, St. Lucians are being encouraged to save and eat more locally produced foods. Coming up, health officials concerned over the number of young people experiencing cardiovascular problems.